back to my channel. It's Jessley66 and today I'm in a new setup. I'm in my room and I did a poll on my Instagram yesterday asking if you guys wanted to see the story time of when I got racially harassed in high school. Girl, yes, the tea, the drama, or if you guys wanted me to do another makeup tutorial, and a lot of you guys wanted to see the tea. So yeah, let's just jump right into the video. So this was circa 2015 when I was in high school. I was a junior in high school and I had this art teacher. Well, I'm just give you guys a little background of the school I went to. So I'm from North Carolina. A lot of you guys already know that, but if you're new here, hey, yeah, I'm from North Carolina and I went to a school kind of in the country. Everybody there, well, a lot of people there drove like pickup trucks, like 4Runners, Jeeps. It was that type of environment, right? So needless to say that it was a predominantly white school. There was a few black people there and all the black people like stuck together, like all the black people. Anyway, so yeah, so all the black people stuck together. So I had this art class, right? I had this art class and it was with the teacher. We're going to name her Miss Amy, okay? So my art class was with Miss Amy, and mind you guys, the school that I went to, it was probably around maybe 3 to 4 black people in a class, like at a time, right? Because I mean, it was mostly white, but there was some black people, but like it was very few in the class, or at least in my class. I don't know about y'all that went to my school, but at least in my classes, like for some reason there was like 2 to 3 to maybe 4 black people in the class, right? So in my art class there was 3 of us. There was 3 black people. It was me, my friend Z, and this other boy. His name is irrelevant in the story, right? Okay, so we were in art class, right? It was like 4th period. So, and we sat in the back left-hand side of the classroom, right? And this wasn't these like serious art classes where like we're like drawing Picasso paintings or like this and that. No, we were like drawing like, I don't know, like self-portrait, like I don't know, like it was just some easy graduation requirement art class, right? We're in here drawing, you know, ha ha, he he, kiki, right? So our art teacher, Miss Amy, she's really nice, she's really cool, she's chill, everybody loves her, you know, she lets us just chill, it's no big deal. So y'all know in high school where some of the teachers have like planning periods, so like every teacher will have like 1 period of like no class, it's just like her like planning time. So the teacher across the hall, this is the main character in this story, y'all. This is the gag. The teacher across the hall, we're going to call her Miss Dogs. Some of y'all know why I'm calling her that. Some of you don't. Anyway, we're going to call her Miss Dogs. So Miss Dogs, her classroom was across the hall from Miss Amy. Miss Dogs, she was one of the main core, like she was a, I'm not going to say what she taught, but she was one of like the you know, math or science or history teacher. Anyway, so this was her planning period. When we had Miss Amy, Miss Dogs had her planning period. Miss Dogs and Miss Amy were like best friends, right? I think they hung out outside of school, like they were like BFFs. So when we had Miss Amy, Miss Dogs had her planning period, right? So Miss Dogs would come over to Miss Amy's classroom and pretty much just like talk to the students, like ha ha, he he with us. And I have been known that Miss Dogs was racist, right? You know, you can just like feel somebody like racist. Like I have been known she was racist. So us black students were sitting in the back of the classroom, right? And you know, we're all to ourselves, you know, talking about our little own topics. You know, we're not really like paying the rest of the students any attention. So Miss Dogs would come in and like ha ha he he with all of us, right? With all of them. And one time it started to get really like uncomfortable because she would say certain stuff pertaining to black people but not really like talking to us directly. She would come in and say something about black people being fried chicken babies. Like she would that was her favorite line right there. She'd be like, oh, these fried chicken babies came to my classroom today. Like literally, like she would say this and think like nothing of it. So we were sitting over there like, oh my gosh, like what the heck, right? Mind you, y'all, we were in high school. We should have reported her on site, but we didn't for whatever reason. We should have reported her like ASAP. But we were like, oh my god, like she's really calling black people fried chicken babies, like what the heck? She would say stuff mostly about black people, but she also like say stuff about Hispanic people here and there. I feel so embarrassed saying this, but we kind of didn't do anything at first because I don't know, in a school full of people that don't look like you, I guess we kind of felt powerless. Like, who are we going to tell that cares? You know, like, this has been going on for months. Like, I don't think anyone is going to say anything to her about this. So we just let it go on and on, right? And so the white people would never say anything. They would never say anything about her. I mean, sometimes they would never say anything like to her directly. So the black people were like, you know what, whatever. And then I remember one time, maybe like a week or two later, she came in and she said something like, she was asking the black people in the classroom, she was like, why is the bottom of your hand white but the other part is brown? She was like, that's so weird how you guys are two different colors on two different sides. Like, literally was like making a joke out of pretty much how black people are made. And if you're black, like, you never think about it. It's like, yeah, I'm white right here, black right here. Like, you never think about it like that. But she was like, oh my God, that's so weird. Like, kind of making like black people feel like weird about themselves. Girl, one day, Miss Amy, my art teacher, she was pregnant at the time, so she had to leave early or something, so we had a substitute during our regular class period. And so our substitute, he wasn't paying us no type of attention, and so Miss Dogs from across the hall would come in and like, I guess, like, check on the classroom while Miss Amy was gone. So Miss Dogs came in the classroom this one particular day, saying her usual black people antic jokes like, oh, black people this, fried chicken babies, your hand about this, you know, blah blah blah. So she was coming in just giving us the usual, you know, so we're just, you know, ignoring her, talking about our own little business. And it was the end of the school year. It was right in the school year, right? And so how my school is made, it's like kind of like an outdoor campus kind of. It's like 12 or 13 different buildings, and then like each building, like one side of the wall is like a whole window. And so during like the springtime, teachers used to like open the window sometimes. And so since like the whole wall is kind of like a window, it's very easy to just like step out. Like, if you really wanted to leave class, you could have just like step out the window and you'd be like literally like outside. So I was talking to my friend Z, and I was like, look, and y'all, a little side note, when I was in high school, I used to love to go to the vending machine across campus and get a Big Texas. A Big Texas is like a big old like cinnamon roll, like, in a vending machine. I know it sounds disgusting, like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, yo, like, Miss Amy isn't here, Miss Dogs is talking about our melanin, let's just dip out real quick and go get a Big Texas and come right back. Mind y'all, the vending machine was across campus, and for us to leave, Miss Dogs was standing at the door of the classroom, and for us to leave, we would have to dip out out the window, and then like go out the window, walk across campus to the vending machine, right? So I was like, she's, you know, getting here giving us a hard time, let's just do it, right? So this is me, Z, and the other black dude, right? So me and Z, so all of us were down, right? We were like, yeah, let's do it. So to make a long story short, so I go first, right? I'm like, ooh, ah. I'm like this. I'm like, ooh, ah. So I got out the window. So here comes Z. She's like, ooh, ah. So me and Z make it out perfectly fine. Nobody sees us. I mean, I'm sure some of the like kids in the classroom saw us, but Miss Dogs, she didn't see me and Z. The other dude we were with had on a bright yellow sweatshirt in like springtime, like hot North Carolina springtime. Had on a bright yellow sweatshirt, and as soon as he goes, ooh, she's like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all leaving out of the window? Oh my God, making a big deal out of it. So we're like, oh my God, like, dang, so-and-so, why you get us caught? Like, cause me and Z, we had it, we were gone. As soon as he stepped out that window, she was like, blah, 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 blah. So all the other kids in the classroom are like, looking at us like, these hoodlums, like, yeah, like, looking at us like we were some kind of criminals. As soon as the dude stepped out of the window, she caught us, and I heard her say, she's like, oh, they're going to be sorry when they get back. They're going to be sorry. They're going to regret ever doing that when they get back. So we're just like, yeah, right. She ain't gonna do nothing. So I was thinking, I was like, she can't do anything. She's not even our teacher. Like, I was like, and plus, if she does try to write us up or do something, I'm just gonna sit and say that she's been being racist the whole time. I'm gonna have a whole plea case against her before she can even write us up. Like, try it if you really want to. I would come for your job. That's what I thought, right? That's what I thought. So I go get my Big Texas. We come back to class through the real door, and everybody's just staring at us like, everybody's just looking at us like this. like, you nasty criminal. Like, everybody's staring, and then Miss Dogs was like, she was like, y'all shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna write you up. You're gonna be sorry tomorrow. I'm like, okay, right, bet. Not thinking she was actually going to do anything at all. No, she took to her word, because the next day comes around. Me and Z had first period together. We had a lot of classes together, now that I think about it. Me and Z had first period together. We had dance. So we're sitting on the floor stretching with our friends. Ha 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 ha. A ki 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 ki. A ki 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 ki. Over the intercom, we hear Miss So-and-so, our teacher, our dance teacher. She's like, Miss So-and-so, can I have Jessica Ford and Z blah 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 to the office, please? So we looked at each other like, what? And they were like, oh my God, Miss Dogs really tried to come for us. Miss Dogs really came for us and wrote us up and reported it to the office. So my dance teacher was like, are you guys in trouble? Like, mind you guys, me and Z have never, we are not the problem students. We were always good students. I mean, academically, but I mean behavioral wise, like, we were always really, really, really good students. So, girl, we got to the office, and they're like, yeah, we heard you guys jumped out of a window. We've already called your parents. I'm like, first of all, we didn't jump out of anything. We stepped out of a window. We literally stepped out of the window. We did not jump out of the window. They try to play up the situation like we had jumped out of, like, we had scaled down a 5-story building, and we had, like, on some spy shit. Like, what? Y'all, they're like, yeah, we already called your parents. I don't know about Z, but they called my dad, and I was like, why would you call my dad? Like, they're just trying to get me in, like, maximum trouble, right? But I was like, gags on y'all, my dad don't care. He's just the type of dad that's like, whatever. So I was like, I'm thinking I'm gonna get out of this. I'm like, oh, well, my dad probably didn't even answer the phone. Like, I'm thinking I'm getting out of this situation, right? I don't know which parent they called Z. They probably called her dad too, but like, so anyway, so they're like, yeah, this is going to go on your record, you know, blah, 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 blah. You guys jumped out of a window. So we're just like, like, Miss Dogs has been saying racist stuff to us for months. Like, and I was like, trying to like pull out the little pity party. I was like, we felt threatened. We felt like we weren't in a safe environment. She was saying racist stuff. Nobody was backing us up. That's why we left to get a big Texas out of the vending machine, blah, blah, blah. She was pretty much like, she was like, say the story, I'm not trying to hear it. She's like, y'all, it's going on your record, and you have ISS tomorrow, bright and early. Be here on time, because you guys will be reporting to the ISS trailer. So I'm like, what? I'm in trouble for stepping out of a window, but Miss Dogs isn't in trouble for calling us fried chicken babies? I'm gagged. So that night comes around, and my dad actually did pick up the phone. He ended up calling my mom on her job. And look, if y'all are black, y'all know, or if y'all, or anybody, you don't even have to be black, but y'all know, if your mom gets a call on her job about you acting up at school, it's over for you. It's over. Period. You're in trouble. My mom was like, you jumped out of a window? What the? Like, she was pissed. Like, y'all can only imagine how that conversation went. That's for another story. Anyway, so my dad was like, yeah, why you jump out of a window? Like, aren't you raised better than that? Like, don't you know better than that? Blah, 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 right? So I'm just like, oh my God, like, I'm in trouble, right? And so I tell my mom why I jumped out of a window. Girl. So I told my mom why I jumped out of a window, and she was like, what? She was saying racist stuff to you? This is like the first time I've told my mom that Miss Dogs was being racist. And my mom was like mad at me, but like double mad at Miss Dogs for being racist at school, right? So my mom goes to school the next day. No, the day after we went to ISS. So school the next day comes around. Me and Z go to ISS. I get to school at like 12. I don't know what time Z got to school, but I got to school at like 12. We went to ISS trailer. It was so stupid, y'all. Me and Z sat in there and looked at prom dress. So the next day comes around, and my mom goes to school, and she talks to Miss Dogs about being racist to her child, and Miss Dogs is like, oh, I never said that. Oh, she misinterpreted. Oh, it was a joke. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And so pretty much to make a long story short, that they said that they are not going to fire Miss Dogs because she has a tenure. Pretty much, if you guys don't know, a tenure is like when you worked like a certain amount of years, and then like it makes it pretty much just harder to fire you. So they're like, yeah, we're not going to fire her because she has a tenure and she does this all the time, and That's it, period. After my mom has this little meeting with Miss Dogs and the principal, they pretty much tell my mom that they're not gonna fire her. Now Miss Dogs knows that I have snitched on her. So during this time, I'm still going to Miss Amy's classroom. So, you know, we're still kind of like looked at as like the criminals of the class. So we're still going to Miss Amy's classroom. You know, haha, kiki, everybody knows what happens. Everybody's like, ooh, ah, like, tell us more, tell us the story. So we're telling everybody the story, like, we got something to talk about. So during this time, Miss Dogs knows that we had snitched. So she would come in the classroom, said like little sly stuff. Like, she stopped with the racist comments for a while, but she would like slip up here and there. Like, she would say like fried chicken babies, like this, that. Like, she would still go on and on like with the racist comments. So here's a major gag of the story, right? So about a week after this whole situation, I was going to Miss Amy's class, you know, 4th period, and I was late as usual. I was late, so I was the only one in the hallway, and I see Miss Dog standing right in front of Miss Amy's door, right? So I look at her, I'm just like, kind of like, excuse me, and do you guys know what she told me? There was nobody else in the hallway. It was just me and Miss Dogs. She told me to get my black ass to class. My black ass. Not only my ass, but my black ass to class, y'all. Can we just take a moment? And yes, she said black, and yes, she said ass. Looked me dead in my eye. I was like, I was so shook. And I know a lot of you guys are watching like, oh my god, you should have done this, you should have done that. Y'all, like, if somebody says something to you, like, at the moment, you're just like, oh my god, am I in a dream? Like, is she even talking to me right now? Like, I thought I was tripping. So she told me to get my black ass to class. I'm just like, shaking my head, I'm already here. So, yeah. And after that, she's pretty much been giving me dirty looks the entire time until I graduated. But, like I said, if y'all want to look up what high school I went to, most of you guys already know. If you guys want to look up what high school I went to, it's easy to find. All you gotta do is go to my Instagram, scroll down. I'm sure you can find it. If you guys are really curious about who Miss Dogs is, I'm sure you can find her too. I'm not going to tell you not to. I'm not going to tell you to. But look, if she finds this video, hey Miss Dogs, I'm still black, I'm still a fried chicken baby, and yeah, I don't care. I mean, I've graduated from that school, I've had my diploma, that's it, point blank, period. So yeah, that's the story of how I was racially harassed in high school. If you guys want to hear any other stories, y'all just please comment, message me on my Instagram, on any of my social medias, and yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.